Hey, Fezrati. I have picked up a few items over the Thanksgiving weekend on the sales, and I figured a good way for me to get used to the idea of shooting videos is just do some simple unboxing stuff. So I actually have set up a few different cameras here, and I'll be posting the raw footage, and then I will spend some time actually learning how to edit something and put together an edited video. This is really just about getting some material for me to work with because I have no experience editing video. I have the Adobe Suite, so I'll have access to Premiere and their new Rush app, which I think I might try out first. It's supposed to be a simplified version of Premiere. And then I have some old cameras set up, so right now this is recording on my Pixel 3, which I'm still getting used to, and we'll see how well that goes. Over to the side here, I have my old HTC Re camera, which is a little snorkel action camera that'll be pointing down. And then I also have my Wyze security camera set up over here, and that's going to be shooting for, I don't know, giggles. But I'll see if that's something that'll work well in the future for shooting videos. I've messed with each of these before doing time lapses, and I think I like the Re camera, which is kind of funny because I got these really cheap. And I don't think they don't make them anymore. They're from a few years ago. And if you find them online, used or on clearance, they're probably worth the effort. I bought it to go swimming with otters, and it worked out really well for it. So it's a waterproof little camera. And I'll talk about that later, assuming that this whole thing edits together well. And let's see. So I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I've already got delivered. We have more stuff being delivered to our P.O. box. Not as excitingly weird stuff, but I've been collecting a bunch of equipment. So I think I went over this in the past. If you haven't dug back, I had already picked up a little handheld mini tripod and a mobile mount for my phone, and I picked up a nice Rode microphone, external mic. The funny thing about the external mic that I got for my phone is I got it and then didn't know that Android didn't use an external mic to record yet, but apparently they've added it in like 2 months ago. So this could very well be the first time I've recorded with this microphone. Or I could be getting nothing and you're just watching a silent picture right now. And if that's the case, then I'll have to learn about annotation. Anyway, it's raining outside, so I did not get to go for a walk, so it's been kind of a quiet morning here. And let's see, I need to get myself a little knife. Hold on one second. I'm back. Got myself a little knife. So let's go through some of the stuff. And if you're not into unboxing things, I will try to make this entertaining as we go along. If you are into unboxing things, then you're set, I guess. So let's see. First thing. Picked myself up a new webcam. This is an important addition to my equipment because my old webcam, which you may have noticed last time I tried to do a live stream, sucks. It no longer works with the Windows 10, so I didn't have control over white balance, which is a real issue when you're this pale. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. Pretty straightforward. I just got the Logitech, the latest one, the C922X. Which will come in handy because I wanted something that could work with not only my desktop computer, which is getting old, but also with my my tablet computers. So pretty straightforward. Logitech camera. Apparently this one has some neat software on it. What I do like about this one is it has the ability to mount to a tripod. Because my idea is to be able to use it in conjunction with like the camera that's in the laptop and be able to have this be like an overhead cam for streaming. I've been talking with a couple of the artist friends of mine like Cody Rosh, and we've talked about maybe doing some kind of like live drawing or that kind of thing. So in the Re camera you can kind of see little hinge, your standard tripod mount, grips and clips and all that kind of fun stuff. So I have no idea how this part works, but we will see. But really the most important thing was I needed something that worked with Windows 10 because my old camera, when I was doing the old podcast, I'd be able to set focus, set white balance, and tune the picture before we went live. And and I kind of lost control of a lot of those functions. They got sort of swallowed up by Windows 10, and Logitech didn't release any new software for this old camera because it's old. All right, so that is the ProStream webcam. And again, I picked these things up because they were on a really good sale. I think these came from Amazon. The next thing that I got is the Elgato Stream Deck. This is actually something I've been looking at for a while, and finally pulled the trigger on it again because of the great clearance sales. And what I want this for is I have... Ooh, it's smaller than expected. I have a Wacom, old Wacom screen on my desktop computer, and I like it, but the new ones don't have the cheaper ones don't have the buttons on the sides, and I need those for shortcut commands when I'm drawing. When I'm working on a Surface Pro, there are no buttons on the sides of the screen. So I was looking at different ways to control programmable keys. There's some software out there for Windows where you can kind of hijack a number pad, an external number pad, and I thought about doing that, but it's kind of wonky. And the programmable number pads kind of come in at like $100, and I thought that was a lot to spend for an experiment like that. The reason I was interested in the Stream Deck is it has little screens, and it is a programmable. This is 15 buttons, and it came in about the same price as a programmable number pad. The nice thing about these is apparently each of these buttons has its own screen, so I can pre-program all of my shortcuts into it. This also will tie into another project, possibly, that I have in mind for a larger build project. So, and it's, they make a 6-button and a 10-button. I honestly had no idea what the size was, so I thought that this was actually going to be a lot bigger than it was, or it is. And I went with the 15 buttons because I like the idea that it has this hinge mount that I can set the angle on, and I thought that this would have been a lot larger, so this is going to be nicely portable for my purposes. So I'm really excited about that. I thought I was buying a piece of junk. This has a nice aluminum build to it, good fit and finish, and on the sale, incredibly reasonably priced. And I like this little angle stand that I can adjust the height on. That's kind of cool. These are designed for Twitch streaming so that you can control cameras. And again, it's all shortcut stuff, but it's programmable, so I can design my own keyboard interacts and have keyboard shortcuts for any Windows stuff, embroidery programs, illustration programs. And like I said, I do want to get into possibly doing some live stream stuff, mostly because it'll be an easier way to get things online, and then I can go back through and edit down for a finished design on that. So this, I'm really excited about this. This is going to be really cool. Wow. We'll see how the software goes, and that'll be a later video. So Elgato Stream Deck. And like I said, this came out last year. I was actually looking at it last year at Black Friday and didn't jump on it. This year, I decided that I really needed to because of the limitations of working with tablet PCs, which is something I plan to do a lot more of. I know my computer's getting long in the tooth, and I'm going to have to replace it, but the screen's really important, and I did not like the newer Wacom tablets that came out. I actually bought one and got it installed on my computer system and then returned it like the next day because the resolution, the way they did the screen, really irritated me. And I wanted the screen to be basically to be a large version of the Surface Pro. Ironically, Windows has come out with a large version of the Surface Pro as a standalone computer, but again, the having those extra programmable keys on the Wacom have become kind of essential for what I do. And having something like this with little screens on it, I think will be really cool. So I'll try to shoot video of setting this up in the coming weeks. Of course, if there's something specific that you do want to see first, let me know. I have no idea what I'm doing here. All right, the next thing, this is kind of wonky, and I'm excited to have gotten it. I have no idea if it's going to be worth the effort, but I picked up a gimbal. I don't like the way that my handheld camera stuff looks when I'm rolling through, so I think my overhead just died. So on the gimbal shot, let's see if I get this going back again. Could be battery, could be just file size. So I picked up a Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal. This is recommended with the Moment lenses that I picked up, and I have a Moment case on my phone, and a Moment lens will be on its way. Currently I have a telephoto, which I've done a little bit of experimenting with, and it's really handy for taking shots when you can't get all that close to something. So that's worked out well. I have a Cinema anamorphic lens coming that I've ordered to work with this stuff, and it's really just to make things a little bit more fun when I finally get into shooting video for, with a little bit of skill. Right now it's really just shoot stuff, keep talking, and then eventually edit something later. Okay, so the Osmo Mobile 2, for those that aren't familiar, this is a powered gimbal. It is basically like a Steadicam kind of action. It helps keep the lens balanced so it's not tilting back and forth, and it gives you some control, so I'll be able to shoot like some moving time lapses. So this is the Osmo gimbal. I actually bought it in a kit form. Again, just scouring for good deals on Amazon. So this is the basic gimbal. Won't do much until I get it turned on and powered up. But it's, going to hold my camera and keep it all steady and balanced. I have controls here to remote in, so I can take pictures and, in theory, control the telephoto or the zooms on it. And then with the heavier lenses, I'll actually be having to put a counterweight on the side, and I've already picked up a counterweight to work with this camera. So we will see. This is yet another thing that I have no idea what I'm doing with yet. But I wanted to do something that would compensate for shaky movement, trying to make the nicest videos I can in these things. And I like the idea that I might be able to have this set up stationary, because in the kit that I got, it has a little base set up for it, so I can just set it down and have it track using my phone as the camera. This kit also came with another flexible tripod, which is kind of nice because the one I have is not flexible. The one that's currently holding up my phone is not flexible, and it's a little short. It's a little handheld. This is a little bit longer. Some random brand thing that this company threw in with their package deal, I'm sure, to increase their sell value. But having another grippable, flexible stand is kind of nice. I might try mounting some magnets on the bottom of this. My camera set to the side here is actually shooting with a little magnetic stand, and I kind of like that. And this one looks like it's a little bit burlier than the tiny little stand I have on my Reed camera. And then a little wipe. And the thing that came with it is a little carry case. Probably won't even bother using this with the Reed camera, since it comes with its own styrofoam case. And I suspect that this is just a hollow case. Oh no, it's got cutouts. Oh, maybe I will. Oh, okay, this, in my ridiculousness, I like this. It's a little lavender satchel to make the inside of this cheap Chinese product smell nice. That has a weird sense of class to it. That's really kind of cool. I might have to look into getting some of these. It makes my gimbal smell like lavender. So that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff yet, so that's going to be a whole nother learning process. And as far as editing these 3 videos together, don't know. But we'll see how that goes. I just wanted to get shots of the unboxings so that later on I'll have that footage, because obviously I have to open them up to play with them. I do have more equipment coming in. A few other things that are still coming in. A lens. I picked up a small computer, and a few other things that I can't recall at the moment that I'm waiting on. Just trying to build up my arsenal, and so I have a series of things to work with, and I can start experimenting with video editing projects. I have a list of projects I want to get started on, but I want to film them all, so that's creating this kind of feedback loop of procrastination where it's like I need to know how to film it before I can start the project, but I need to start the project to have something to film. So I'm going to do some of these unboxing videos. I'm going to try to just start throwing out stuff. Bear with me. It's a whole learning process for me, and hopefully this will become something worthwhile for all you guys. Otherwise, I will see you online. Thank you so much for all of your support, and yeah, hope you're all having a